Yo. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Today we're talking about losers. Now, no, we're not here to bash players. We're not talking about these kind of losers.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
We're talking about guys who have lost some fantasy value, whether it be from free agent signings or some of these crazy offseason trades. That's what we're going to be talking about here today. A few guys just took a little bit of a hit. Does that mean we're totally out on these guys in 2022? No, it's March. It's early. Maybe you're watching this video in April or May and you're going, Jake, is it still too early? Yes. It's still too early. You don't draft until August. So anything prior to August is subject to change over the offseason. You never know what can happen in the NFL. So before we get into this list, there will be timestamps down below. I have an item to give away from our partners over at Pristine Auction. Now, if you watched last week's video, I had a signed mini helmet of Jerome Bettis from Notre Dame. His college helmet there, mini helmet. I mean, we're getting giveaways every single week. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get in on these giveaways. All you got to do to be eligible, go over to pristineauction.com. There's a link down below in the description. Sign up for a free account. It doesn't cost you anything, and you use the referral code HEADLINERS when you do so. Once you do that, your account will be set up. You're eligible for our giveaways, plus they're going to email you a $10 off coupon if and when you want to make your first purchase, and there is a ton of great items over there. Everything in my office from Pristine Auction. Absolutely crazy website. So make sure you go over and set up that free account. After that, all you gotta do is leave comments on the videos, like the videos, and we pick random winners. So make sure you're staying subscribed, stay in tune, because you never know when we have some awesome items to give away. In fact, should I announce the winner of this and then tell you what we're going to give away this week? I think that's a pretty good idea. But first, the person that was randomly selected, I've already verified their account through Pristine Auction. The winner of the signed Jerome Bettis mini helmet, none other than John Blaze, which may be one of the coolest names I've ever selected as a winner. But John Blaze put it out there. So excited for the season. Thank you, Headliner Nation, for helping me out all of last season. You guys rock. That's a nice Bettis helmet, by the way. Well, John, make sure you send me an email down below, info@thefantasyheadliners.com. I'll get your information and I'll get it shipped out to you. So looking forward to doing that. But now, what do we have for this week? Well, I just so happen to have right here in my possession a signed Justin Jefferson jersey here from our friends at pristineauction.com. That's going to be this week's giveaway item. If you're interested, make sure you head over to pristineauction.com, link down below, sign up for that free account, use referral code HEADLINERS, like the video, leave a comment down below. You're entered to win. I'll pick a random winner in a video next week, and you will be good to go there. So looking forward to giving that away. But now let's talk about some free agency losers. And you know what, it's kind of tough, right? Because there's a lot of people that we could put in this video, but we're only going to talk about a handful or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in this episode right now. But let's go ahead and kick it off with not just one guy, right? Not just a solo guy. Let's talk about the entire team of the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to go to Carolina anymore. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. They can't lure in any of the big quarterback names. They were in the running for Deshaun Watson. They were eliminated fairly quick from that race, and then he ended up going to Cleveland anyway. But it looks like we're potentially looking at another year of Sam Darnold. They're already talking with Cam Newton, so that's kind of confusing. Are we going to have ourselves another quarterback carousel on a weekly basis in Carolina, similar to what we saw last year? Matt Rule is out there talking about, hey, Sam Darnold's going to be our guy, but we're still talking to Cam. It's a damn mess in Carolina. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they also draft a quarterback. I mean, is that off the table for anybody? I mean, I really don't think so. They need a future franchise quarterback. I don't think it's going to be Sam Darnold, so I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a quarterback, and then that really changes things once again. The front office in Carolina has really made this destination undesirable for big name free agents. And then, you got big contracts with Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. Love DJ Moore, hate how he can't get any consistency. And he may be somebody we talk about in future episodes here coming up as well this week. But overall, the Carolina Panthers didn't get any better in free agency. Their defense is going to be solid, but their offense is going to be a train wreck more than likely once again. Can Christian McCaffrey stay healthy? A lot of question marks. So right now, I couldn't start with a solo guy on the Panthers, so we're going with the entire Carolina Panthers team. Okay, what about the next one? Let's go to, what about Antonio Gibson of the Washington Commanders? That's going to get hard. I'm going to forget that. I'm just going to say there's going to be times where I call them the Washington football team. I finally got rid of calling them the Redskins, and now I'm going to call them the football team. I just know it's going to happen at some point, but we were this close. Let me get closer. We were this damn close. So close. I mean, let's go to another angle here just so you can see how close we were. We were this close. I mean, we almost had a free Antonio Gibson. We almost had it. J.D. McKissic was all but gone. All but gone. Now he's back. He's back with the Washington Commanders. And once you have J.D. McKissic back in the mix, this is just something that is going to take away touches on a weekly basis from one Antonio Gibson. Is he going to take huge volume? No, he's probably not. But if he goes out there and takes 10 touches a week away, those are 10 touches that Antonio Gibson could have had an opportunity to do something with. So that in itself is a problem. Does this mean I want to avoid Antonio Gibson? No, but the value that he could have had without J.D. McKissic was a lot higher than it is with J.D. McKissic in the mix. Plus, we know that Ron Rivera has no issues just pulling Antonio Gibson at times and relying a little bit heavy on J.D. McKissic, especially in the passing game. So that a little bit disheartening. He did lose some value. I even put it in a video, I believe, when I thought J.D. McKissic was gone because I was so pumped. Didn't last long, did it? No, absolutely not. All right, let's go to, oh, this one hurts a lot. This one really hurts. I'm a huge DK Metcalf fan. DK Metcalf is a free agency loser, obviously. Anytime you go from Russell Wilson to Drew Lock, Geno Smith, I don't care who you want to throw in the mix, it is a downgrade. That is not a good thing. How could you look at that situation in any way and say, you know what? I kind of like this move. I prefer Drew Lock over Russell Wilson. If you hear somebody saying that, remove that person from your life because they're just not what's best for you right now because this is not a great situation. Sure, there's going to be big plays there. Are they going to be consistent? No, probably not. You know Tyler Lockett's still there in the mix. We know that Russ was one of the better deep ball passers in the NFL. Can we rely on that same type of consistency from Drew Lock or Geno Smith? I don't think that we can. They brought back their running game, multiple running backs in the backfield. There's still rumors going around that DK Metcalf could be traded, but those rumors have been there before. They've said that they're not going to trade him, that they expect him on the team here in 2022, but we just don't know. There's so much surrounding DK Metcalf and all the explosiveness and the huge production we saw 2 years ago kind of faded a little bit in 2021. The consistency wasn't quite there as much, but I can tell you this, without Russell Wilson, it's going to be really hard to rely on DK Metcalf early in your fantasy drafts because the wide receiver position is just so stacked. What about Mac Money Jones? Mac Jones of the New England Patriots. Jake, why is he a loser in free agency? Do you know anybody that the Patriots signed that's going to help this guy out on offense? No, I really don't think that you do. And I say that because they didn't do anything. They definitely expect this kid to go out there and they just want him to paint a masterpiece, a beautiful artwork. And they're giving him nothing but one of those like dollar store kid painting sets that you see, like the watercolor things with like the little bristly red brush. That's what they're giving this kid to paint with, but they're expecting like something like Van Gogh out there. And it's just not going to happen. I mean, they have all these wide receivers that move teams in the NFL here in 2022. Not a damn one of them was going to New England. They're stuck right now with Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers, solid wide receivers. But they're all like role players. They're all like wide receiver threes. They got a couple good tight ends with Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. They know that we can run the football there with Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson. but this kid needs more weapons in the passing game if he's ever going to take a legitimate step forward. He was great as a rookie. What could he do with better weapons? That's the question, and I don't think that we see much different production in 2022 from what we saw in 2021, and I get it. They don't go out there, because right now, probably as I was speaking, Patriot fans are like, we don't sign free agent players to big contracts. I know that. I get that, but look at what Miami has done in this division. Look at what Buffalo is in this division. Are the Patriots basically just conceding for the next few years because they don't want to sign any big-name contracts? It's just kind of hard to think about because we're so used to the Patriots being the dominant force there in that division that right now they're going to struggle to be the third-best team on a yearly basis until they can actually bring in some more talent around Mac Jones, because they didn't do that as of yet. Free agency loser for Mac Jones. How about a couple teammates? Let's start off here with Myles Gaskin. We just talked about the Miami Dolphins, right? We just talked about them and how they've absolutely retooled. They've gone out there and added a ton of firepower to the Miami Dolphins. But let's talk about Myles Gaskin. And this guy, I mean, how the tides have changed, right? Because we love this guy, early on last year. We expected him to get a full workload in Miami. Obviously, things went crazy in Miami. It did not happen. And the slow start to the season didn't help either. But now he's basically buried on the depth chart because they brought in Chase Edmonds. They brought in Raheem Mostert. They have a new coaching staff there with Mike McDaniel. He's obviously not a Mike McDaniel guy. He's going to be buried on the depth chart. He's not going to get much volume. He is somebody who would not surprise me if he plays somewhere else in 2022. If he does, depending on the role that he gets, I don't hate the talent of Myles Gaskin. If you actually dig into Myles Gaskin, you can see that the guy does pretty well when getting consistent volume. He's going to average you right around 4.5, 5 yards per carry. Can he go out there and tote the rock 25, 30 times a week? No, that's not his role. But if he can get a consistent 15 touches every single week, he has touchdown upside, big play ability. I don't hate Myles Gaskin, but as of right now, there's no way he's going to get enough consistent volume for me to trust him in fantasy football. Same can be said for his teammate too, Mike Gesicki, the tight end there in Miami. Love the talent of Mike Gesicki. I've said in years past, he is a Travis Kelce-esque type talent in a much poorer situation. He can go out there and make the contested catches. He can pull away from defenders. He can create mismatches. He can find the end zone. He can high point the ball. He can do so many things very well, but once again, he's buried on a depth chart. Now, sure, he's going to be their starting tight end, but he's not going to be their top option. They have Tyreek Hill. They have Jalen Waddle. They brought Cedric Wilson. They have Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert in the backfield now. I like Tua. I am a Tua guy. I am a Tua believer. But there's no way that Tua can supply all of those guys and Mike Gesicki and still have a running game. It's just, I don't see that happening. For the Dolphins to be successful, Tua needs to be one of those guys that throws the ball between 25, 30 times a game. We don't want Tua throwing 50 times a week if we want to continue to win in Miami. Mike Gesicki, I just don't think there's going to be enough consistent volume with all those weapons, so he's somebody free agent loser. And then lastly, I had to end it on this note. It's Baker Mayfield. I mean, I can sum it up here pretty quickly. When no one wants you on their team, and your team, which drafted you number 1 overall a couple years ago, just went after the big name trade target there in Deshaun Watson. Like, they don't even want you. So you're basically a free agent loser. No other team has brought you in. No other team is trying to trade for you that we know of. Your team brings in Deshaun Watson, and you're like basically unemployed. You went from number 1 pick to unemployed in record time. But here's the kicker. The guy's been the best Browns quarterback we've had in decades. He took them to the playoffs just 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden he can't make it on a roster as of yet. That's a little bit crazy to me. You're asking me personally, I like Baker Mayfield more in Seattle. But that's just me. That's for another show. That's another topic. But Baker Mayfield has to be on the list of free agent losers, which hurts my heart. Because Baker, even though he's not Patrick Mahomes, he's not Justin Herbert, he's not one of these elite quarterbacks, I think I could win with Baker as my starting quarterback in the NFL. He has enough to manage the game, but when you put too much on his plate, he tends to make mistakes. That's a coaching issue, in my opinion. You don't want Baker going out there and throwing 40 times a week unless you want a few interceptions. You want to win ball games? Baker throws the ball max right around 20 times a game. We pound the rock on the ground. We dominate time of possession. You can win ball games with Baker Mayfield that way. You can't do it with him trying to continually throw the ball down the field. He turns into gunslinger mode too quickly. So as of right now, Baker Mayfield, a free agency loser. But like I said at the beginning of the show, right, there's a lot of names we can talk about, and we have plenty of time to talk about every player in the NFL here over the next few weeks and the next few months, so make sure you stay subscribed. What do you think about a few of these names that we mentioned today? Are you a little bit out on them? Are you kind of hoping their situation gets any better? Have you crossed them off your draft sheet here for 2022? Let me know in a comment down below. Leave that comment anyway, because it's going to be what you need for me to randomly select a winner of this Justin Jefferson jersey. So hit the like button, leave that comment, and make sure you sign up for your free account at pristineauction.com so you are eligible for this giveaway here next week. But for now, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.